Hey everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Zoomed Out Crypto Show. What we're going to do in this video is take a look at the total tree chart and analyze this chart from a zoomed out perspective. The total tree chart is the market cap chart of all cryptocurrencies excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it represents the market cap of the altcoins. And the reason that we're taking a zoomed out view is so that you can see the overall trend and get a better picture of what's going on. And from this sort of picture, you can make more of an informed decision on the direction that the market is actually going. But before we get stuck into this video, I do hope that you will subscribe to my channel and please do smash that like button, as I'm hoping to get this video about 25 likes if I can this week, and I can't do it without your support. So on that, let's hop over to the chart and take a look. So as I said, what we're going to look at is a zoomed out view of the total tree chart. And by a zoomed out view, what I mean is the weekly and the monthly time frames. The weekly time frame shows a much stronger trend than the daily time frame. The daily time frame also shows a stronger trend than the hourly time frame. And the monthly time frame shows an even stronger trend. So it's really important that you step back and zoom out on these charts sometimes. So this is the weekly chart. And what I'm going to do is zoom in a little bit on it so you can see exactly what's going on. So this green candle here was yesterday's close candle. And we seem to have closed yesterday's candle below the trend lines that I had drawn. So what are these trend lines that I've drawn? Well, this first trend line, this red trend line that we could see going down here, this red trend line has been in place since the peak in November 21, and we've been very much in a bear market or a downtrend ever since. Now, yesterday when we closed the candle, we didn't happen to manage to close above this trend line at all. Now, we've seen in Bitcoin that Bitcoin has had a lovely run, and the Bitcoin dominance chart actually reflects this as it's gained momentum in the dominance, whereas altcoins have lost some momentum when it comes to the dominance. But we still, from the start of the year, from the start of January, have seen a nice little uptake from a market cap of 284 billion up to a market cap of around 374, 375 billion. So we've seen a great uptick, but we haven't actually broke this downtrend that I've been following. Now you can also see these green dotted lines here, and this is another trend that I've been following, and I've been following this trend all the way back from in June 2021. And this trend is holding fast in terms of the upper band and the lower band. And we didn't manage to break above this either. Now it happens that this band is actually crossing over my other line, my other trend line as well. So it's a very pivotal point of whether we're going to break through or we're not going to break through. Now, we're not going to discuss this red candle here at the moment because we're only halfway through the first day of the new week. And what we're doing is taking a zoomed out view. And the momentum of this candle, the color of this candle could change before the week is out next Sunday night. So as we can see, we are still in a downtrend, but I have the RSI here, and I'm going to make the RSI a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on here. Now in the RSI, we have oversold region up here and we have undersold region down here. And we're at the moment between the two bands and almost right in the middle. And right in the middle means that we're neither oversold, nor we're undersold. So the market is at a nice little position in terms of the sales level. We have seen a crossover between the yellow line and the blue line, and we've seen that crossover at the start of January when we had that little uptake. But be warned, because these crossovers, they can show actual fake outs, and the RSI isn't great for indicating the true strength of what's happening. So I'm going to close this again. And this time what we're going to look at is the Keltner channel. Now, the Keltner channel is very similar to Bollinger Bands. However, it's less susceptible to break or to fake outs. So how does this work? Well, let's go back here for a moment to the start of the bull run. And we can see that when we're in a bull run or the market is going upwards, that we are between the middle band and the higher band. Now, sometimes we do break above it, but we tend to stay within these bands. Coming down and retouching the center band is a retest and can be a great entry point. But when we break below this and we start to travel below it, as we can see down here in the bear market that we've been in, it's an indication that the market has gone down. So this is great for identifying a reversal of trend, and it is a lagging indicator. Now we can see, if I make it a little bit bigger here again, that last week our green candle, we did close above it. We also closed above it the week before. So it is indicating that we could have a change of momentum and a reversal in the direction. Now, my own personal opinion is that this year, 2023, we're going to have a lot of sideways action. Now, sideways action doesn't mean that we're not going to have large swings to the upside, but we're also going to have large swings to the downside. So during this year, I can see us reach the top and the bottom of the Keltner channel, which means both the bulls and the bears could get wrecked at some time this year. Hopefully, then next year, 2024, the year of the halving, and afterwards, we'll see us climb again in the upper portion of this and begin to definitely take another run to the top. But traveling sideways basically means we're not really going to see all-time highs again, and hopefully we won't make all-time lows either. I'm going to turn off this Keltner channel now for a second. And what we're going to look at now is the monthly chart. And as I said earlier, the monthly chart, the trend on the monthly chart is a lot stronger than the trend on a weekly chart. And we can see we're still within the range of these trend lines that I have drawn in the past. But what I want to look at here is the RSI. Now, the RSI in here has turned upwards, and it's only just turned upwards. Now, just because it turns upwards doesn't mean this is not a fake out. You can see here back in 2000 and March 2020 that we broke down only to break back up again. So we can just as easily break up as we did there in January and then break back down again. And we can see it here as well. And this was back around July 2021. But what we haven't done is we haven't crossed this yellow line. And a true reversal will be when we totally cross the yellow line and continue with that momentum. But what we have seen is that it has started to point upwards towards a neutral range in either overbought nor an oversold range. So let's go back into the charts here. And if I'm looking for a resistance on the way down, we can see on the monthly chart that there is quite a lot of resistance down here around 1.5, 1.6, 160 billion in market cap for alts. And that's a considerable difference. That's another 50% drop easily from where we are. Now, obviously, this is not what I want to see happen, but it is very, very possible. Don't forget about the external factors at the moment. We have wars going on. On Wednesday, we have the Fed announcement on whether they're going to increase interest rates or not, and if they'll taper them off to a lower level of increase than what we've seen in previous announcements. But that's yet to be seen, and I'm not too sure whether that's actually being priced in. We also have other factors playing out this week, like earnings reports that are coming out, and the earnings reports could have a big impact on the SP 500. Now, if the SP 500 is going down, these risky assets like crypto also tends to go down as well. So it's definitely something that you need to pay attention to. So that's it for this week's Zoom Out Crypto Show. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. As I said, I'm dying to get to about 25 likes this week. And do subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more of my videos. Goodbye now.